One of the funniest guys on planet Earth joins us now, Frank Caliendo. Just looked at the YouTube stream, Frank, and the numbers are through the roof. Oh, yeah? We might need to turn the microphone on.
Well, I didn't know I was producing.
I didn't know
it was part of it.
He didn't know he was producing.
I can't get away from Dorn's teeth. The smile is just too much. Every time I see him, it's just I feel better.
You know those are veneers, right? Like, those are fake.
I don't care.
Yeah.
They're teeth.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Chiclets.
Chiclets. Oh, okay. Nice. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I think they look great.
What a
Thank you.
treat.
So what's up, Frank? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Everybody's been getting on me about this Madden movie that's coming out with Nicolas Cage. Everybody's been talking to me about that. Why weren't you cast? Because I'm 5'6". That's a big part of it.
They can change that, though, right?
Nah, I don't think you could change that much.
Stilts or something, right?
Yeah, that's like you get that Boston Celtic to try and look like a New York Giant. That's
Right.
what that's trying to do. I don't think, but they want an A-list type of star to do that type of thing.
What list would you be on?
F for Frank. That's what,
There you go.
That's about pretty much where it is. But they did call me at one point. First of all, they asked me to audition for the part of Howard Cosell, which why wouldn't you? And I was like, I don't really do it. I'm not going to be in the Mad. I didn't even read for it. I was like, I'm not going to try and go, this is Howard. I do a terrible Cosell because it's so old. But if I even got it, people just complain about me not doing it that well. That's what I feel it would be. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Then my agent called me and was like, Nicolas Cage and the director want to do a Zoom call with you about working on the Madden. I'm like, no. They're like, why not? I go, because I want to hang out with Nicolas Cage. If I'm going to give him the recipe to the Madden, if I'm giving him the secret sauce, I'm hanging out with Nicolas Cage. I'm riding sidecar to the Ghost Rider in Vegas. The Leslie Stahl type of deal. 60 minutes type of thing, right? That we're sitting there, he's showing me his exotic animals. Here's my monitor. Take a look at him. What would John Madden say? I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. And I could teach him. I could get him to work it. Maybe they just heard me. I feel like they didn't do it because it didn't end up happening. And the reason I think it didn't happen was because they knew I would talk about it. And they didn't want that. Maybe that's what it was. Because there was I kept getting calls.
Taint the well beforehand.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not going to not talk about it because if I'm going to do it, that's the only reason I'm doing it is to help somebody do it. I'm not a helper.
No, I'm a guy.
You know what? I'm Brett Favre with Aaron Rodgers. That's what I am.
Did you have a good relationship with Madden?
No, he hated me.
Really?
Yeah, he hated me forever until I made his grandkids laugh. I finally made his grandkids laugh at the Super Bowl in Dallas. Four Seasons Hotel. Not important to the story. Just want you to know the type of place I stay. And but it was Steelers Packers. It was a Steelers Packers game. That was the game where John Madden and George W. Bush were sitting on either side of Jerry Jones. And Jerry Jones, remember the game got out of hand. Packers were up by a whole bunch and then started coming back. Well, I was scheduled to go in there and sit in between Madden and George W. Bush.
Just do each other's voices, man.
Who's talking right now?
I don't know. One of us.
I was supposed to do that, but then the game got closer and Jerry got back. Well, I guess I should be in the middle of this game here, watching what's going on. There's TV time, and I don't want to miss Super Bowl TV time. So that I got past the Secret Service. They had me in there, and it was all Laura Bush saw me, and she's like, the president and I watched you. She calls him the president. She's like, the president and I watched you this morning on TV. He loves you. I'm like, well, I'm trying to get over there right now. And then she just walked away. But Jamie Foxx was there. Jamie Foxx was in what's his name's Jerry Jones's box. Jamie wearing the sunglasses in the box. There was no reason. Right. I'm like, you are a superstar, and he was a star at that point, but not the superstar that Jamie Foxx is. I'm like, you're wearing sunglasses inside. You know what? That is cool. That is cool if you could do it.
You could pull that off.
You could pull that. You could
like Tony Sperano, the old Dolphins coach.
Yeah. Right. So that the game got close, never ended up happening. And I'm always that close to something cool happening, but I always screw it up because I don't care.
If you're here on local radio now.
I just don't like being desperate for stuff. I just hate being in all of desperation and ruining things. I just feel like I don't want to stoop to that low to beg for something. So if it doesn't happen, it's not happening.
Well, speaking of that, Dora told me not to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Do you ever wake up in the morning and you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking all right, how far can I take this? Could I do Morgan Freeman having sex with Mel Kiper?
What?
Or is that
And
just
that's when
too
he
far?
realized Doran was the morality of the show.
Talk
Oh, the
about a
people aren't here
tremendous
for me.
situation. Go in, out. I'm done.
I didn't want to make you do it.
I kind of did it. But what's going on? Hey, let me understand this. What's going on in all this time and all this intimacy? Why didn't somebody pick Shador Sanders? How did you not pick Shador Sanders? I don't understand. 50 years of the NFL. Inappropriate, with the inability to understand what a quarterback is in the NFL. Shador Sanders, I would have picked him before number one.
Does Mel Kiper like you?
Oh yeah, Mel's great. Mel is the opposite of what you think he is. That guy you see on TV, I don't think he knows it, but he's like reverse Superman. He puts on the glasses, and all of a sudden, he is Mel Kiper Jr. off camera. I said it to his wife. He's got the most beautiful. Like he does not belong with his wife. Like he's got this beautiful.
Doesn't
wife.
like her pumpkin pie, right?
Yeah, talk about tremendous pumpkin pie. So I go, what is it? Because he came to a show. He came to a show in Baltimore. Sorry to swear, but he came to a show, and I started to get into the Mel Kiper Jr. talk about. He looks like a cross for people who don't know, which everybody on this show would, but he looks like a cross from Sam the American Eagle from the Muppets and Count Chocula. You combine those two guys, and then you get Mel Kiper Jr. And I start to get there, and I'm talking about, and he always says one thing, and that is, and then from the back I hear, Todd, 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 Todd. And it's Mel just calling it out. So after the show, I'm talking to Mel because I'd only gotten a phone call from him before. I don't think I'd met him before that show. Maybe I had. But I was like, man, you are the nicest, sweetest human being in the world. It does not make sense. And his wife goes, I know. That is not the guy I married. The guy on TV is not him. I'm like, I know. I wouldn't have married him.
I mean, he lost his marbles this year.
Oh, well, yeah. You know why? Because nobody picks Shador Sanders because they don't know how to evaluate a quarterback in the NFL. I mean, that'd be like a dentist looking at Dorn's teeth and not coming up with an A-plus situation.
Gruden a rise to prominence again.
I tell you what, it's great to be back, man. I'm opening up boxes. You ever open up a box and inside a box is another box?
You see, you
ever had that
you got
happen,
you got a really good
Yeah, we're
Pit
former
Panther
Pit
box
players.
over there.
I got a Pit Panther box, man. Where's that going? Let's take a look at this, man. That's tremendous. I don't even want to touch it. That's sacred ground right there, man. You know what Indiana Jones said? X never marks the spot. But I'll tell you what, Pittsburgh. I just spit on the microphone. I'm actually salivating thinking about this team, man. Tremendous stuff right there, man. Little spider too, why banana. I saw him in Italy. We were actually in Italy 2 years ago, and I'd never been there before. I'm actually going back this summer. But I posted something in front of the Coliseum. I think it was Jim Rome. Jim Rome in Rome. How great is this? My cell phone in Rome. Rome cubed. So I post that, and I post a picture of me in front of the Coliseum. I got a text from a guy named Jeff Leonardo. And the only reason I remember his name is because he's a Ninja Turtle. So if you see the Gruden box opening videos, Jeff is the guy in the videos a lot of the time that's helping him. He drove the bus for the Rolling Stones, all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of crazy stuff. Then he drove the Monday Night Football bus. So I think that's where they ended up meeting. So Jeff's like, did you know John's in Rome right now? I'm like, I don't have Grudar. How would I,
Grudar.
Is is it like Star Wars? It's like the force is strong with it. I can feel his presence, man. So we end up having dinner together. Gruden sets up the dinner, then goes to the wrong place and blames it on me. That's your fault, man. I'm like, no, I went to you gave me the address. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, man. I called an audible.
Knock on wood if you're with me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. How about that, man? Think about that. Gruden is in the middle of, he can sell anything right now. It's like, everywhere he's got a hat for something while he's doing an ad for something else. You ever try this Blue Chew, man? You ever try that, man? Knock on wood if you're with me.
Now, is he as intense as he would appear on camera?
Yes, but he's also funny.
Yeah.
I mean, he's this, I call him the rooster because he walks around like a rooster. He's like, he's that guy, man. Talk about a little spider 2Y banana. In Italy, spaghetti 2Y bruschetta. But yeah, that's who he is. He's unapologetically him. He's one of those guys that he's just him all the time. You think he starts making, he's not trying to make the face. It's just Chucky takes over, man. Spike, come on. What are we
Kind of like Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a great segue.
Chew the gum.
So you're going to be at the
Wow.
I'm always afraid to step on your toes here, Frank. You're going to be at the Improv 16th, 17th, doing a few shows here. So how do people
That's
get
this
tickets?
Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday. The day it's tomorrow and Saturday right now because I got to go to Toledo tonight. Our whole group is going to Toledo tonight, and then Friday and Saturday, which is tomorrow and Saturday, 2 shows, 7 and 9:30 on Friday and 6 and 8:30 on Saturday. FrankOnStage.com gets you there. You don't even have to spell Caliendo, but if you did, it's the letter C, the word alien, and the word do. Frank C alien do. But at FrankOnStage.com actually brings you to the Improv website, which you might be familiar with if you're a listener. Improv.com/Pittsburgh. So all those things. But like I said, if you don't want to think it through, just go frankonstage.com and then click the button that takes you to the Improv.
That seems easy. I see a little fire emoji here saying this event is selling fast. So you better hurry. You better hurry, folks.
Tell you what, there's a lot of people trying to get in, man. Not many of them are going to get out. Probably not the best promo in the world.
And that's when I realized you got to be careful with what you say, which goes back to Gruden right there.
I'll tell you what, man. Little spider 2, why a banana?
Well, it's mostly his emails was the problem with Gruden.
Yeah.
Little email situation. Frank, this was awesome, man.
I know.
When are you coming back, or do you not think that far ahead?
I don't think that far.
Yeah.
I got to get through this weekend. I got to get to Toledo and back tonight. I got Toledo tonight, so we're driving to Toledo. It's kind of which will be good because by the time I get to Pittsburgh, I'm working on a bunch of new stuff and doing a bunch of new things. One of the big things that's actually been taking over the show is I did this whole thing about Morgan Freeman in the Shawshank Redemption, how that's serious and it's so serious, and Morgan Freeman, nobody could ever be you could never cast Red, who narrates the whole movie. So but Morgan Freeman is what makes that movie so serious, not just the music, it's Morgan Freeman. But you could make it a comedy just by changing one thing. Instead of Morgan Freeman starring as Red, Red's played by Tracy Morgan. That changes the whole.
Oh, that's just the way it was. It's Shawshank. That's when a tall drink of water named Andy Dufresne walked in. That's crazy. Look at that poster of Rita Hayworth. Hey, Rita, I want to put a baby in you. I want to get you pregnant. Come on, Rita. I know you're just a poster, but I'm in prison.
Oh my God.
Frank, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We got
Thank you,
very
Frank.
important Steelers schedule to break down
tell you
4 months before the fact.
Win. That's how I used to do it. The Raiders would go down at the beginning of the season. Win times 5. Buy. Win. That's all we do is win, man.
Frank, don't be a
Just
stranger.
win, baby. I'm talking over you, man. Try and wrap up the segment. Let's see.
He's having a hard time over there. This is great.
Fan Morning Show Twitter poll
Breathe
brought to
in,
you by
breathe out. It's like Bush, man. The band, not the president.
Glycerin.
Tell you what, glycerin, man, make me feeling nicey. It's got me feeling nicey,
I
man.
could do this all day. This is
day.
great.
It's like Captain America, John Gruden. I could do this all day. Captain America fights. I coach.
Because I love football.
I do love football.
You ever hear that? I know you got to get that. his question in at the combine is the question like it's kind of a statement. He says,
Hey, Doran, I bet you don't love football as much as I love football. Think you do? Huh?
"What do you say to that?" Like, I don't know what the answer is.
He's going to jump across the table and attack you.
I bet you don't love football as much as Nobody loves football as much as I love football, man. Nobody.
You try to end it? You try to take us to break?
No, I want to keep
I'm
going.
scared.
Let's just
You
go.
want to do it?
Great job by you. We'll go Rome to finish it up. Great job by you. Better job by me. Rack me. I am out.
That's the great Frank Caliendo. FrankOnStage.com. Tomorrow and Saturday. Or maybe get in a car and go to Toledo.
Or Sunday, go to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Philly. Thank you, Frank. Don't be a stranger.